I will do, but they're not in the box. Angie,
I think your live is glitching. Yeah, do it now. Now you'll be able to see them.
Angie, you a natural redhead?
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
I just come up to say, like, EQ sat there saying that it's real children that are being spoken about in regards to, is it Danny? But Miss Red's granddaughter's a real child. My son's a real child. Like, there was absolutely no reason.
Oh, Alicia, she said it wasn't about you, the little liar.
Yeah, but she said to her people, my issue was, you said to your people, go and find Alicia's son's football team, and these people are then going to go and look and try and find my children. I don't know any of these people. They could be anyone. They could be, you know, complete wrong-uns. I don't want people trying to find my sons.
Exactly. And that's what I said, and that's what I told her. And she was like, oh, well, it wasn't Alicia we was talking about. Then shut up. Flipping little weirdo.
So bad. Like, why does she target the kids?
And
let me tell you why, yeah. And I'm gonna actually, you know what? Let me not say.
EQ, I saw what you said. You said you thought that Corey had said something about someone's football team. The reason I got in the box with them lot is because they're doxing each other back and forth, doxing each other's addresses, doxing each other's kids. And I told them all to get a life because the only people affected are the kids. But for some reason, you decided to tell people to go and find my children's football team. And I don't like, however you saw it, it doesn't matter. Like, you told people to go and do that, and your people do what they tell you to do.
Mm-hmm. What are you planning if you... Oh. It's so bad. I don't know how anyone can stand by that.
But I just don't see there's any evidence for what people are calling EQ. But however, like I said, she shouldn't be talking on children the way she's talking.
No. And the thing is, it wouldn't be brought up.
I've never heard anyone speak on children in that way.
And she's come on live and said, I stand with Danny Buckley. I support him. I know. And so when she says these things, it's...
Angie, can I jump on a wee second, please?
Yeah, I think when she does say those things, people obviously...
She's saying that people go to people's houses to do things to grandchildren. And it's messed up. It's a mad thing to say.
Well, she said that I get in bed with my kids.
Can you hear me?
It's vile.
Hello?
Yes, Angie, hiya. Can you remember the Inquisitor?
Mm-hmm.
You always talk about the Inquisitor?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so this is the same thing.
Yeah, I don't think people can throw their name around because, you know, let's not forget the Inquisitor, which people have forgotten about. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hello, Ange.
And I just think...
But what I said this morning, I'll keep that. You can't actually blame people if she is talking sexually on children.
Can you let Ricky in,
Yeah, but Talia and Rickster were.
Either.
Talia and Rickster are doing the same thing.
You've got to remember that Sam came to us. And he's not a child, Sam.
And he's never said, Talia, that EQ done anything. It was Danny.
Do you know how grooming works?
I'm not going to go into details, Talia, but yes,
so you know
I know 100% what grooming is.
So do you believe that putting money in a child's bank account is a normal thing for an adult woman to do without the mother knowing?
Definitely not, no.
But the mother didn't know.
You know, she eventually found out.
There's no evidence of that. That could have been her.
Well, the mum said, Leanne said she didn't know in the beginning, and then when she found out, she let it carry on.
I think she's lying, though.
Can I say something here? You see, when it comes to, like, other people's children's scenario, yeah? And I find it a lot on this app. Everyone will always, like, say, for instance, just now, Talia just asked a question, and this lady just said, oh, but the mum did know, or whatever, yeah? 2 questions. How did you speak to the mum and the mum told you that she knows, or did Evil Queen tell you that? My second question is this: why is it when it's other people's children, it's all safe, it's all good to go? But I know for a fact, if any of this was to happen to your child, you will not be on the internet acting so calm about it. So let's have the same consideration as it is for other people's flipping children and not just our own. I hate this app, man.
Torian, Miss Red, you know you're in the box.
I can't stand it, man.
Miss Red.
Red, you know you're in the box.
And you kick her out of the box, please.
1 second, yeah. Just to answer to this comment, yes, I have said something worse. Have you not ever heard me talk about children or anything like that again?
Never,
no. But
never.
unlike Evil Queen, she continues to do it every day, and you lot will still sit on my name. You lot will still sit on my fucking name. Please, honestly.
And I want to jump in.
As well,
That's all I
one thing,
wanted to say was about the Inquisitor. Thanks
I
for
just-
having me on.
I just wanted to quickly say, right, I understand everyone saying, EQ's wrong, which, she's done a lot and she has done wrong. But what I came in to say is none of us are perfect in the things that we said. Everyone's tried to dox you. Talia, you've just tried to dox me in this live, and then you
Oh,
sat on
Top
this
Girl,
moral
stop
high
making it about you,
Victor,
mate. It's
shut
about
up.
kids, man. Give it a rest.
Hold
hang
on.
on, please.
I've got kids in my house, you weirdo.
Angie, let me answer this question, please. Please, I want everyone in the box.
Victor,
I'm not
talking.
Please, can you mute her, Angie?
I was still talking. I was still talking, Victor. I was still talking.
We're talking about kids. Let's stick to the current.
No, hold on. I'm still talking.
Stick to the current discussion, please. Let's not talk about yourself, please.
No,
She's
I was
got
still
kids
talking.
as well.
No one's
She's got
interested.
kids and
What are
everything.
you
And you're
on
not
about?
trying to dox her. She's not lying. That's what happened.
I haven't tried to dox her.
You just did. Shall we get Angie's live replayed?
Oh, just now? Yeah, because you won't stop. Like, how can...
So you admit it then? So you would
Oh my
admit
God.
it?
Yeah.
Angie, hang on, can we just change the
So you're not. So you're just.
Angie.
I've never doxed your children.
You've got kids in her house, is the point.
Look, I didn't dox her address.
Like,
What
you
are
can't run
talking
around
about?
screaming about kids when people are doing it themselves.
Nobody's doxed
No
her
one's mentioned
address.
any kids, Alicia. Come on.
But I'm
No
saying
one's
Top
mentioned
Girl has
kids.
got children, and I know that you was trying to out her and dox her and whatever.
No one ever.
How?
She was doing stuff for us and we got sent stuff. No one got doxed. No
What are you on
addresses got
about?
doxed.
What are you on
No
about?
addresses got doxed or nothing. No address has ever been
Victor,
mentioned.
you're a
No
liar.
address.
You're a liar. Anyway, you're all hypocrites.
I'm not. No address has ever been doxed. Top Girl's dress has never been doxed. Let's just leave it there. There was a
Victor, you're a
picture.
fucking liar.
There was a picture about you. That was
had a
it.
message from Luke. He said to confirm to you he hasn't spoken to EQ. He's had no contact with her, and he will address it at 3:30.
Thank you. Anyway, Angela, I just want to answer this question. This question goes out to Torian, Talia, Top Girl, Alicia, and yourself, right? Answer me this question, right? This kid called Sam, who was their side, right, who they went out with, they went to Blackpool with, just met him online. Answer me this question. Would you allow your 13-year-old son or daughter for adults in their 30s to have your child's number if they wasn't related to him and game with him? Why did Evil Queen have Sam's number? Answer me that question. Why did Danny have the number? This young lad.
I wouldn't personally have my child gaming online with an adult.
Adult's number, exactly.
No.
So
But
why-
did the mum know that they was in contact? Like, was she? I don't really know the whole story. I haven't followed it.
I know because they met on the gaming platform and I've got evidence of that. I've got evidence of them meeting on Fortnite. I've got the evidence. I've got the videos. They were recorded. I've got them.
I
was involved though.
What are two adults? One touching 40, one in the 30s. What are they doing having 13 or 14-year-old boy's number? And she knows her best friend was introduced to this kid, so that's to happen anyway.
You know
And then
what?
other people-
You're right. You know what? You're right.
What are they doing with what are they doing with children's numbers and messaging kids?
You know what, Rickster? You're right. I wouldn't associate with her. Yeah,
Exactly.
after she did all of this on the internet, you were still shagging her. Weirdo.
Disgusting.
Did
I've
the
never met a
mum,
twice in my life.
Rickster, did the mum
Making a lot of
confirm? The
history.
comments are saying, did the mum confirm that she was aware that? EQ had the
Disrespect
kids
me
on?
again, Top Girl. Disrespect me one more time. I fucking dare you.
Italia.
You're just
Well,
a
we'll
marshalled.
You're swearing now, are you? That's not very holy.
Did the mum know that?
I can't do it on here. If I swear normally, I'll get.
Did the mum know that she was in contact with the son, that they had each other's numbers and things?
Do you know what? Even if it was, I'm not thinking. Isn't that the way? Isn't that why they do?
No, I'm not
stuff
saying
with
it's right,
families?
but I'm saying we can't tell other parents what to do. Like, if she's allowing that for her son, that's on her.
Yeah, but even when that happened, why was she messaging their little kid? Why didn't she go to the mum then? You know what I mean?
But you spoke to him as well, Rickster.
I never. I got message when he was 17.
No, he wasn't 13
I got message
or 14
from him at 17. I proved
when
that.
Ricky
I've never-
spoke to him, he said
I was
old.
on TikTok. I got the messages and videos sent me,
I thought
not
he
just
was
by him, by others.
Yeah, but it
I never
doesn't mean
spoke to him
she's
at
a
14.
girl.
17, almost 18.
I didn't even know he existed.
To him.
Never even knew he existed. until he
13?
messaged.
She met him at 13 years old.
Do you know what I mean? I got message. We can't turn around and say, well, Rickster, I played what was out there. That was it. I played what I got sent. Do you know what I mean? Simple as that.
Yeah, but Rex, it still doesn't mean she's a groomer or peddler or any of those kind of things. You know, we're going to remember what happened to Inquisitor. He unalived himself due to that one word. Do you know what I mean? And I just...
If my 14-year-old son or daughter had been SA'd and the person's best friend, was phoning my daughter or son. You know what I mean? What?
Say one thing. Just imagine. Just imagine it is true. And he's been to the police and the police couldn't do anything about it. And the mother's allowed it to happen. And we're all saying, well, there's no evidence, so just leave it. Just imagine this is true. And this happened and nobody spoke out.
But
And
imagine
then
if
it happened.
imagine if it's not true, though.
But imagine if it is. What risk would you rather take?
If we don't know, unless you've got solid evidence, I always go to the police. Oh, shut up, innit? Go to the police and don't say anything on here. Do you know what I mean?
What's the end game of it all? Like, where's it going to end?
It will end when she stops her mouth, stops coming for us, stops talking about our children, your children, Torian's children, because she has not got a clean name. So whenever she opens her mouth, a can of worms will open.
Yeah,
She
no,
just-
I agree with that. Like, there's no need to bring people's kids into things.
No,
Go
there
ahead and
isn't.
Say what you
Because
want. but why-
we agreed, Alicia, we agreed we would never talk about her again. And then within 9 hours, she's up doing a live about Ricky. It won't end. And every time she does a live, we'll be back. Every time.
And not only that, right, listen, when loads of people have got investigations on her at the moment, lots of people, right, and just what happened to Joker, I don't know if you remember Joker on the app, Ange, right, she got literally a social media ban for what she said. She's going on there, and the stuff that she said is unforgivable. I don't care what anybody says. What she said about the children alone, what she said about kids alone is unforgivable. You know what I mean? Crawling into people's beds and touching your children. It's sick.
She just wrote in the comment that it's fun. Like, we're actually talking to the devil. She just said it's fun.
Exactly. Angie, I don't understand, right, why some people want this woman irrelevant in their life. Look what she said about your grape and everything else. Why do you know what I mean? She should be she should be absolutely off the app entirely. That's it. No one should be gifting her. No one should be following her. She should be ended. She shouldn't be on here talking about kids. If that was in the street, Torian, or Alicia, or anyone else, she said that to you in your face or anyone there, and there was people around, you touch your kids, what would happen to her? What would happen to her?
Yeah, it's true. Straight.
Do you understand what I'm saying? She always be on the screen doing it, but she thinks it's okay. Why are people defending her action? You've all got kids. I don't care if you like me, you're Torian, and you can't stand telling. Who cares? Or Alicia. What it is standing up for what's morally correct, yeah, morally right, and to talk about people's children, young adolescents, kids, and what she comes out of her mouth is sick and horrible humour. And you think for now, well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll jump on us all. We'll be a friend. What do you think's going to happen in a couple of months? She's going to come for everyone individually with the people. She's weak. That's what she hates the fact that people think she's one of them.
You know what? I don't agree with people calling her pedo or groom without solid evidence. However,
well, listen, when people are talking about it, I personally think what she's done alone.
Let me finish. But however, I do agree with you because, you know, her talking on children, you know, people are calling her these
Angie,
names.
listen, all respect to yourself.
People are calling her these names because of the things she's saying.
Angie, all respect to yourself, right here. If you had a child yourself, right, and she turned around and said something about your little son or daughter, you would lose the plot. You'd be defending to your death.
This is what I'm trying to say. However, the thing she has said on children in a sexual nature way, I'm surprised she hasn't been arrested.
Thank you very much, and I'm glad for somebody finally saying something.
Pedlo talk, and I don't care what anyone says. So I do understand why people are calling her these names. However, I don't agree with it without the solid evidence. But I do agree if she's coming out with these names, why people are saying this is what she.
Do you know we're mentioning minors anyway, underage, and what's coming out of her mouth? That's a criminal offence anyway. It's a criminal action. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? It's sick what comes out of her mouth. Look, I turned around and said, I know for a fact there's many investigations on this person at the moment, and she can say, oh no, there's lots. And I've got a voice note where she's
been arrested. She's been on here for years.
She will. Hey, Angie, mark my words, right? If she isn't arrested in the next 6 to 8 weeks, proper charged with something, right, I'll delete the app. I'll never come back.
I know there are people that don't like you, Rickster, on
She will get arrested. She's sick. This is not about like me and 3 years ago. This is about the situation about her and children and what she said on all of our kids. It's even if I'd never spoken to Chelsea, it's what comes out of that sicko's mouth. She's a sicko. She shouldn't be on TikTok. It's horrible what comes out. We all have arguments. We all have fallouts. This is what TikTok's about. We all get involved in drama. I've never heard Top Girl mention somebody's kids. I've never heard Alicia mention kids.
Everybody comes together for the children. You said that real
horrible person. Don't stop mentioning children.
She's sick. You stop mentioning people's children. You're saying I get in bed with real life children.
Oh, shut up, you little geezer. You horrible little vermin. You
never cancel me. You overgrown flump. You'll do nothing.
Can I ask a question?
No one cares.
Evil Queen, do you ever touch grass? Like, do you ever leave your velvet
I'll touch your grass if you want to
go
come round,
outside
babes. I'll
and
touch your grass. I'll
like,
even lick your lettuce for
and
you
this
as
is what
well.
I'm saying. I promise you can't beat me up. But listen to what I'm saying to you.
I said I'd lick your lettuce, not beat
I
you up.
would never let that fungal tongue come anywhere near me, babe. Nasty.
Oh,
You look like a clitoris.
Rick should have had your cock in my mouth, though.
But anyways, I don't see what I'm saying. I don't have a
Your cock's been
C-O-C-K.
sucked by
I don't have a C-O-C-K. I have a balance. But wait, Angie, can I just say something? Angie, mute her for a second, please.
Protect the children. Oh, you'll do nothing.
Angie, mute her for a second.
You'll
babe.
never do
Videos and everything, you have pictures, videos, everything. You're absolute wrong, and you're sick in the
Wait,
head.
I just wanted to say, yeah, you see, like, when people say that this woman is an act or whatever, let me tell you something. She knows she's not an act, yeah. This is why she don't leave the corners of her house. This is why the only time you see her catching fresh air is when she's in Benidorm, the cheap slate, yeah? Other than that, you don't see her walking the streets of Liverpool or Manchester or Wigan or wherever the hell she's from. She sits in her house in the comfort of her own home and chats all this crap. Because she knows if she steps outside and does that, she knows that it won't be nice for her. These are the people. Listen, she's nobody. All she says is all projection. Come on, guys. At least we can go outside and touch grass and go out and have a good time with our friends and all these things. She can't go out unless she's going to the fucking airport. Please, babe, we don't want to be like you.
You know, the thing is as well, like, you're always going to have people that back her no matter what, even if you come with proof of, I don't know, the worst thing in the world, people are still going to back her. Like, you're never going to get those people to go against her and vice versa. It's just a pointless exercise. It's like, what's the end game? Because people are being dragged into it. Like, my kids are
Can
being...
I just say something to you, Rixie? You know, sometimes, Rixie, you're on mute, by the way. You know, sometimes it's best not to over-talk her, right? Because if you've got someone that's going to say the most vilest things, if you do have a police case, you know, I believe in that, give them enough rope, they do it to themselves, and also that she'll show herself for to people that don't know who she is, because there's a lot of new viewers on here, right? So she is vile. She does say horrible things. So over-talking her, let her speak, man. You know, she'll do it to herself. It'll be all over social media. It will be also evidence, you know what I mean?
But do you know what happened, though? Do you know who spoke up on Jimmy Savile or Rolf Harris? They weren't spoken up about for years, but look exactly what they did. I don't care what anybody says, right? There's loads of evidence on there, what she's done. There's videos out there of her. There's people saying it. Even the people themselves, the person's mum said it, Bob's mum. His name's not even Bob, by the way. I don't even want to say what his name is on here. And then you've got Sam himself. Do you understand what I mean? And then you've got people who are being blackmailed to make videos to retract of what they've said, and I don't want to do it. I've got a voice recording saying I was bullied. Today she's going to go online and say that I'm a peddler. You know what I mean? Just because I won't go back, because I know for certain that what she's done. She's even got Danny's wife, who said before that she lay with his kid, to go online and say, it ain't true, I didn't say that, when she did. This is what she's doing. She's gone around there absolutely in fear, because if all these people do get together and these kids do decide to come on live or jump in your box and say it's true, this is what happened, she'd be ruined. So she don't want anybody to know, because if they get wind of this, then there's you know what I mean? Stuff's going to happen. The only thing she can do is pay people off or make up lies or bully people, intimidate people. That's what she's doing. That's it. And regardless of me, that's what she is. I don't care if it was Evil Queen or any person. That person of what she's done shouldn't be on this app. And I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. It could be anybody. It could be my own dad. If he said any like that, they shouldn't be on this app. They're sick, and she's sick, and that's it.
Well, in my honest opinion, Rickster, I don't think you should be on the app, because what EQ said is absolutely disgusting, fair enough, but you can't sit there on your fucking high horse after
I'm not
dogs
coming here to have an argument on you. This is about talking to everybody
yeah,
else.
this is about
stuff about you as well.
You can't sit there and say, what have our dogs' kids' addresses? Have our dogs' kids' addresses? I don't care.
I'm not here to talk. I'm not here to have an argument on you.
You dox an innocent kid's address, you little prick.
Listen, this is what I'm saying. Linz, listen to this.
You can't sit there acting all fucking high and mighty. You're a fucking woman as well.
This is what I mean. You can't talk to you. You just like your own voice.
And so do you.
Listen, where did that come from? Where did that come from?
It come off TikTok, but you're putting it on the live on fucking TikTok on your live, and then you put my address as your green screen, you fucking idiot.
Where did it come from?
So just because it didn't come from you, you still put it on a live in front of over 1,000 people. You still
oh my God. Listen, Linz, the fella's in jail for committing an old fella. He's done an old geezer in, you know that he is. That's exactly what it is.
It's got fuck all to do with an innocent little boy. You evil little cunt. Your poly's arguing on yourself and EQ's right. Fuck off.
Not listening.
But it's not like, you got to understand, this is what people will come back with. Like, Why does Lindsay's address need to be out there when she's got a kid?
Listen, Inza said the utmost worst about me and Talia and our baby loss. She'd all
Say the reaction after what you threatened me with.
and exactly, shut up about our baby loss, Roy. Evil
Stop
Pete,
mentioning my kids,
I
my
shared the
address.
video. I shared the video of
you
Evil
put
Pete,
it as
who
your green
literally
screen
belonged
for
to
about
Evil
20
Queen.
minutes on
That's
your
what it
live.
is. Oh,
This is
shut up.
Linda's addresses, guys. I didn't dox her, but this is Linda's address if you want to know where she
where's your fella,
is.
Linz?
When
Where's
I've
your
got a
fella?
fucking kid.
Where's
It's not
your
me
fella?
fella.
Angie.
It's not me fella.
Angie,
It's not me
Where's your
fella.
fella? Lie, I can prove it.
Linz,
Fella,
Linz,
stop
1
lying.
minute.
Stop
Rick,
lying.
You had your dick in
the
EQ's
thing
mouth.
is,
Shut your
though,
mouth.
you're saying, oh, I did this because Linz did that, but Evil Queen is saying, I did this because you've done that. So you're doing the same to each other. You're doxing each other. You're saying the
She's
most
got
about
nothing
each
to
other.
do. This
But
is to do with kids, you lunatic. It's got nothing to do with who writes
Linz has got a kid. Linz has got a
This
kid.
is.
Linz
Oh
has
my
got a
God, we're
kid.
changing the subject.
You know
I'm
the
not
thing
listening. I'm not
is,
going to answer on the subject.
you know the
We have
thing
to
is,
stick to
I've
what's
had-
going on. I'm not listening.
Linz has a child in her house.
I've argued with Linz on this app. We've said things back and forth. Someone tagged me in that had her address. I messaged her and said, your address is out there. I would never put it up. I just wouldn't do it. She's got a child in her house. It's just
Exactly.
like, so you've got to understand that people are going to come back with these things.
I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you, Alicia. When it comes to the loss of our child and what was thrown around and said, then there's vile stuff
I
that come
haven't
out
heard
of
Linz say anything.
I don't.
No, I
listen.
haven't.
It's
I
fair
didn't
game.
even say anything.
It's
I just
fair
reacted to
game.
your threat.
It's fair
You
game
threatened
when
me
you
with
mention our child.
violence, so I
don't care.
reacted back.
Some people
may
probably
start
put down
now.
your house, Linz.
Rick,
Fair
still,
game.
you're a fucking nonce.
It's a victim and nobody else is.
You mentioned the loss of my child. It's fair game. Simple as that.
Can I hear from Nikki? Hi, Nikki.
Lynn's never mentioned your child, Rickster. Lynn's backed Angie, and you started with that she was an enabler, and then went in on Lynn's.
Is this what it is about now? Is it attack the Rickster?
No,
Is that what it is? Is that what it is? I'm not here to talk about that. If you're not here to talk about, under the discussion, then I'm not listening.
Yeah, but it's TikTok. People are
We can
going
do it all day long. Listen, this is what we do as TikTokers. We're deflecting. I'm not listening. If you want to do it on my platform, let's go back and forth all day long. This is what we've
You've
done
got
for
to
years.
understand
I don't
when you've done
really
things
care.
as well. People are going to come in with
I
what
don't
you've done
really
to them
care.
when it's got kids
Alicia,
involved
we've
as
all done
well.
stuff, even you.
Yeah, but I don't
We've all
dox.
done stuff
I've
from
never
here.
doxed children.
What children have I doxed?
If you put Lindsay's address up, she's got a young child.
Evil P's got it out there. I shared the video.
But you dox it on the internet. You
Well, no
weirdo.
one should be doxing anyway, whether they've got children or.
Exactly, Angie.
What about my address being doxed? What about the address of my 70-year-old dad out there? What she
Yeah,
doxed?
that's
Was
not
Lynn's
right
gonna share
either.
that?
Like, none of it's right.
saying
But
it's
why
wrong.
the
Send that. So let's talk about that then.
We just said it's wrong.
We're just saying that you haven't got clean hands as well in all of this.
What?
Do you mind if I have a few
Clean
words,
hands with the
please?
docs in all of this as well.
I'm not staying here with any adverse little people. See, this geezer shared stuff for my kids, my daughter. He said stuff for my dad. He's a wrong un, Ange. Get him out of the box, and I'm not going to be in the box.
No,
You don't need to let this wrong in here. He said stuff about my dead child and
Then
everything.
just quickly have a say that,
my
Rickster.
dead mum.
Then just have a
He's a wrong
Rickster, let
un.
me fucking talk, yeah, Wiggy.
Look at him. Look, come on camera. Come on camera.
Let
Say
me
to your
have a
face. You
fucking
don't wrong un.
talk, Wiggy,
You absolutely.
before I start
Let's just
going
have a
deeper
little bit of
into
a
you,
say.
yeah? I've got a lot of information on you, Wiggy, and you forgetting I'm in your Discord, yeah? So if you want me to go down that route and out you out, I
Going
will.
out whatever you want, you little weirdo.
I
Don't know
will.
who you are. I never met you in my life. You absolute sausage. You say what.
You're the fucking sausage.
Dr. Evil, can I ask you something? Why are you wanting out everything? I mean, dresses, information. What's that about? What's stop? That's just crazy. Why can't people?
Why not?
Goodness sake.
I'm not being funny. Why
People
not?
not just one sec. Can people not just have an argument back and forth?
Man said, why not? All right, Evil Dr. Evil, can I ask you a question? Hi, I'm Torian.
Hi.
You just said that, hi, all right. You just said you're going to out him. Can I ask why? What is it that you want to out? What's your beef with him, with Rickster and Talia?
If you right. So all I'm going to say, yeah. These little groups that all of you are gathered in, yeah. They're all
Jimmy
talking
group.
about you. One of you. They're all talking about you, slying, being sly as fuck, and all that. And you know what? I ain't afraid to out anyone, really.
So, exactly, that's what my question. So, why do you want to out him? What is it that you want to out?
Because he's a woman.
Huh?
Why not? Because he's a woman.
Who's a woman?
Rickster, he's a wrong. He's wrong in the head.
He's a wrong and
Oh, a wronger.
If only if you knew what he's been posting in these Discord chats, yeah? Posting addresses, giggling away, telling other people to do it. You know what? I'm willing to out it. See, look, he goes offline because he's now panicking. He's like, oh fuck, he's in my WhatsApp group, in my Discord group. You know what? So what?
Dr. Evil, can I say something? Right? There's one thing doxing somebody if you don't like what they say, and there's another thing doxing somebody just to get back at them. You know what I mean? You have.
Can everyone just wait for a second? Can I ask a question? Why can't people just have an argument with someone and just attack the argument? Why do they have to dox people, whether they've got kids or not? Why do they have to say, I'm gonna, do this and do that? I'm in your Discord. I'm gonna.
You know why, Angie? It's because it's the internet. It's the World Wide Web. It's Beyonce's internet. And everyone's behind the screen. Do you know what I mean?
I play videos and I rant. Well, you know the things I've said and done. But however, I've never gone on Facebook and got information from there and put it on here and leaked this and leaked that. It's weird. What's wrong with you people? We're all talking on kids and everything. I mean, listen, I talk on,
you know what, Angie? That's the first thing.
I do talk on parenting. But,
which is not right.
Angela, you're not innocent, young lady.
Angie, you're not innocent.
No, wait a minute. I talk on children, but parenting.
Speak on dead people as well, Angela.
No, but if someone calls me a pedlo...
Hey, Gemzino wants the box.
I want to say, I'll probably say, I shouldn't say the right thing, but I'm not doxing. I'm not going on Facebook and trying to leak information.
Oh my God, Black Pope's here. Black Pope. Hi.
Black Pope.
I wanted to speak to Rickster because Rickster's...
Oh, I thought you wanted to speak to me.
I don't care about you. You're nothing to me.
You know, someone sent me your information the other day. You know that, Black Pope?
I had an argument with Rickster. I'm not talking to you. I'll deal with you.
No, because in the comments you said if you rise Angie, if you rise Torian, then rise me too. That's what I'm asking. Yeah.
Torian, what do you
That's the only reason, literally, why I asked, because I saw your comment.
Could you mute her, please?
Go on.
One second, let me speak, please.
Go on.
Torian, what do you call me? You call me a coconut, right?
Oh, get out of here, man!
You see, you don't want me to talk about that, do you? You call me a coconut and a sellout. So what are you doing in a room concerning me being a coconut and a sellout? Make it make sense. You're in a room full of white people, yeah, and you call me a coconut and a sellout, and you said that I'm around white people to stay relevant on TikTok. But look who you're around. Isn't that being racist towards a black man? Isn't that being prejudiced? You're disgusting, man. I don't want to talk to you, Torian. Shut your mouth. I told you already, shut your mouth. I'll deal with you later. Where is Rickster?
I don't know if he wants to get back in the box.
Put him in the box, please. I don't want to talk to you. You're a woman. I'll deal with you later.
Rickster's not here. Rickster, do you want to get in the box?
No time to argue with you. You're irrelevant, man. You call me a coconut and a sellout. I don't even know why you've got in here about. You're talking about kids. Look how you talked about Gypsy Queen's kids. You're disgusting, man. Shut your mouth. Put Rickster back in the box.
He does have a point there, Torian.
He does.
Justice for Torian.
100%.
Justice for you.
We are team Torian.
Shut your mouth as well, Alicia, because you're just a culture vulture. You don't know
Who's
nothing
Alicia?
about anybody. You, Alicia. 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 Shut your mouth.
You sent a spelling bee, Black
culture vulture. I don't want to hear you
still got it wrong.
Well.
Nobody cares. This is not your life, okay? This is Angie's world and we're just living in it.
Where's these receipts of you saying that I threatened to page your baby as well?
Oh,
You know the time when you doxed me as well? When I was at a funeral on a late Haley who died of cancer. Don't piss me off today.
I didn't even know who you were, so stop telling lies on my good
No, you
clean
don't,
name,
dear.
Black
Shut your
Pope,
mouth, man. You're not a
right?
culture vulture. I don't want to talk to you as well. Put Rickster in the box, please, because he
Stop talking to me then.
Black Pope, he's not in the box. I don't know where he is.
Well, let me tell you something, Rickster. Let me give you something now. Rickster, if you dox my little kid again, yeah, I'm coming for you. And if you dox my parents again, I'm coming for you. If you dox my brother and sister for you, I'm coming for you. I'm telling you that now. I don't play them games. You can talk about me how much you want, but don't dox my people on here.
Sorry, I was on the phone. I didn't even hear
That's
nothing
disgusting.
this man said.
I don't care what anybody says. Actually, shut your mouth, man.
I mean, not Top Girl,
You
Black
dickhead,
Pope.
shut your mouth, man. I don't want to talk to you.
You mute me because this man
Listen,
has said
I
things
don't
about
want to argue with her.
please.
I don't want to argue with her. She's vile. She's racist towards her own kind. I don't want to talk to you. You're disgusting, man. I don't know what you're doing.
Angie, can I
You
speak
call
now
the
because
black
this old
man a
granddad has
coconut.
been talking. Oh,
You
God. Go
call
on
the
then.
black man a coconut. Make it make sense. But you're in a box full of white people, so how the fuck can I be a coconut?
Not white.
Huh? How can I be a coconut if you're in and you're black? Make it make sense. You're around all these white people. You said that I'm
multicultural.
I'm not white. I'm not white.
I'm going to respond after.
Listen, why are you getting involved for culture vulture? Shut your mouth.
All right, Angie, can I respond? He's just talking. Can I respond now? Like, I don't understand. Thank you. So, the reason why...
Shut your mouth.
Angie, mute him. Who the fuck are you talking to, you fucking old man? Go fuck yourself. Don't be telling me to shut up.
Why are you swearing
Have
at
some
me for?
respect. Don't tell me to shut up.
Mind
your mouth. Mind your mouth.
Me.
Don't
I
tell me to shut up, you
weirdo.
weirdo.
I'm a big
You weirdo. Flipping Cyclops. Shut your mouth. Whatever, Cyclops. Whatever. Shut up.
You need to have respect for everybody in this room because you're a young lady. Shut your
Anyways,
mouth,
can I speak now? Because I don't understand. He keeps talking and talking and talking.
Who are you calling Cyclops as well?
You. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it?
I'm not going to do nothing about it because you can listen. No matter what you say about the sky,
go look after your kids. The kids
I will always be better than you. Let me tell you that now.
He's been talking for 5 minutes.
What you, Alicia, Top Girl, NJ Horse, or any of you rascals say about my
whatever, Cyclops.
I will be always better.
Whatever, Cyclops.
Always
clean your house, man. You tramp.
Clean my house. I've got 100 gram blood clot, yard. What you on about, yard? You're still fucking on council. You're in house. You're a Trump. You're a Trump. You need to stay on here to stay consistent to pay your bills. You're a Trump. Don't come and try to disrespect me about. You're a Trump, man. You always listen. Oh my God. You see that racist little individual there? And you have her in the box here and she turn around and call me a coconut, you little seller and a sellout. How dare you? You call me a sellout and you're around white people. And I've never disrespected you in my life. I've never disrespected no white people in my life. You disrespectful woman. You need to hang your head in shame. You as well, Alicia, and you as well, Top Girl.
Black Pope, nobody cares.
Angie,
I promise you, no one cares.
Miss Angela, can I say something?
I have a lot of respect.
Angela, shut up, listen.
One sec. I have a lot of respect for Black Pope. I really do. I love listening to his opinions and big up Black Pope.
You're such a liar.
Something now, Angela.
Yeah?
Did you just fucking mute me to talk?
Bring Torian back. Justice.
Bring Torian back right now.
Yeah, well, because she was talking over him. He
was just rambling. It was
he doesn't understand my box.
Andy, why are you doing that? No, because he's been talking for 10 minutes, yeah? The reason why I called him a coconut... No, let me talk. The reason why I called him a coconut is because he was sticking up for Evil Queen when Evil Queen was...
Oh. Okay, guys, don't mute. Go, carry on.
Bro, you lot are taking a piss. Seriously, I'll actually drop. Anyways, as I was saying, I called him a coconut at the time because he was sticking up for Evil Queen when she was being racist towards me. So I said to him, as a black man, you're not even defending nothing, but you're against me. So yes, I called him a coconut. This man has spoke about my religion. He spoke about my kids. He said that he's going to do juju on me. He's got a voodoo doll. He's going to poke the voodoo doll. So I don't care. You need to worry about the allegations that have come up under your name, Alan. Because that's really what your name is, not Black Pope. Alan, yeah, and sort it out. You're a whole granddad. You should be in the garden, fucking gardening and watching your grandkids, but you're here arguing with someone that you can be their grandparent too. You're an old man, you stinking Cyclops. You're part of the fucking medieval creatures. You stupid man. Come off my name, or you can meet my brothers and my uncles and they can really get it cracking. You pussy.
Going down on this.
Tired of arguing with men on this app. I'm tired. I'm a woman. I'm not arguing with no more men. If you want to argue, jump in my DMs because let me tell you, my brother's got hands and he will really throw them for me. Don't play with me, Black Pope. You stinking old creature.
He was talking about my kids as well. That's why he's blocked. He's weird. Saying about doxing at a funeral. I don't know nothing about doxing at a funeral. It's nothing to do with
my question was to you, Black Pope. Who? Someone doxed your child. Who was it?
And it was Rickster. He said it was Rickster.
Why are people doxing everyone's shit? That's weird.
Man doxed him. Who is Black Pope? He's lying. Please, he needs to worry about the account that has released all his pictures.
Not talking about you.
Stupid old man. Coming like
I think there was an account that put up a picture because someone sent it to me, a picture of him and a child.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know who their account was.
Can I ask you a question? Can I put Black Pope in here with you so you can have a conversation?
I'm going to say something to you straight now, right? He is irrelevant and absolutely nothing to me. I don't care who he is, what he said. He said the worst about my child yet again. It's stuff about Talia and me. I'm not interested. Honestly, whatever comes out of his mouth, it's like a fart box. It don't mean anything. All he ever does is bullies women. Torian, Lakeisha Black. That's all I ever got. CLA. That's all I ever hear come out of his mouth.
Man.
I'm not interested in it. What I am interested in this, guys, I'll be on tonight at 9 o'clock discussing this. To see you all later on. Everyone join me tonight at 9. Big up Torian. Big up Angie. Take care of everyone else. See you later.
That Black Pope has got about 20 videos of me on his page. He's got about 20 videos of me on his page.
Yeah, he makes videos all the time and nobody cares.
And I know he said stuff about Alicia too. I've seen this stuff. But he gets about 10 followers. What he does is he wants to become relevant. He
changes his name to Evil
He's
Black.
using her platforms. But I'm not lying to you. If he was any good or he was a good host, honestly, God, I'd have a bit of banter with him or go back and forth. But I'm not joking, right? He's boring. He bores me to death. He's like, he goes in, he's got the same tone. And then all he does is bully women. You know what I mean? I've got messages where he said he was going around this Black's house to kick a door off him with his brother and that. So I'm like, I'm not interested in any of that.
Listen, the guy is not on nothing. He got someone to DM me to tell me to leave him alone. But you're doing constant videos about me every minute. I'm old enough to be your grandchild.
He don't stop speaking about Luke. He don't stop speaking about Luke.
I know, it's weird.
Don't stop speaking about Talia. Don't stop speaking about me because he wants to be relevant with EQ. He wants a platform. He wants to go, look, EQ, do you want me to stick my tongue where the sun don't shine up your back? So blah, 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 blah. That's what
To be fair, I do like Black Pope. I have a lot of respect for Black Pope too.
Andy, he don't even like you. He's got videos dissing you as well on his page.
I know. He said no beef about me.
He's got videos of you too on his page.
I personally like him. I know that he's... Yeah, so have you.
Yeah, I speak about you, but I don't have damn videos about you on my page like he does.
It makes a lot of sense, man.
Anyway, guys, 5.5 thousand. Please follow this account. See you tonight at 9 p.m. on my show. Torian, big yourself up.
Take
care, everyone. See you later, Ange. Bye. It's a sunny day. You need to get out and get some sun. Hey, Angie, get outside. It's lovely and sunny. Go and have a barbecue. Come off live. Do TikTok tonight. The sun is beautiful. Go and get a tan.
Yeah, I'll be
Speak to you later. See you later. Everyone should be out there.
Angie needs more than a tan.
Oh, someone turned his microphone off.
Yeah, Rick's to go and jack off over EQ, you weirdo.
But wait, can I say something though? Black Pope jacks off over EQ as well. Just saying. I just said Black Pope jacks over EQ as well though. He does the same.
People not bored of it though. Like the whole thing, the same thing every single day between everybody. Like I find it really boring.
Yeah, I do. You know what I find boring is that I didn't realise how dangerous TikTok was. You know, people doxing addresses, you know, where your child may live and, you know, that kind of shit. And people looking on Facebook. People literally go on Facebook trying to find information about...
Eternity did that to me, Angie. Eternity did that to me. Do you remember she said she knows everything about me? Like, it's weird. Why? For what?
Yeah, she said it, but she doesn't.
Well, she did.
That was life on the craft doing that. That was life on the craft.
Between saying it and doing it.
But it's just weird. Who's life on the know where I live? No one's going to do nothing. No one's going to turn up. So what? What are you going to do?
No, it was life on the crack that was searching you up, I swear down.
Yeah, but it was Eternity that said to me in Canadian Angie's that time, and she was like, 23, Alicia. Yes, my old house address number. So what?
Anyways, I'm going. You lot are boring me.
See you later, Torian. Bye.
Very nice talk.
I'm going to the park. Goodbye forever.
Angie.
Hello, Top Girl.
Hi. Lindsay, you all right?
I'm Top Girl.
Lindsay, you okay?
I'm good.
Just stop obsessing over me, please.
Angie, you fancy me?
Hello?
You obsess over me?
Oh, this is Becky. This is
Angie, follow me back on this account.
Angie, I was hoping that I'd have seen that Rickster in here. To be honest with you, I am fuming.
Why? What's happened?
Just him running his mouth about Danny. Nobody knows about him. Everyone's speculating about him. Everybody's got his name in their mouth. And it's just like, it's getting too much for the family. I've had Jade on the phone. She's going through a bad time. Obviously, the children. Danny stays off this app now. That has been dealt with. Like I said, well, that's your opinion, isn't it? Saying he's a wrong'un, hon, you don't know. Or you... Or people
ask you a
do
question?
yeah.
Last time I spoke to you, you said you want to speak to Danny to get his side of the story. You know, have you spoken to him?
Yeah, I was out with him yesterday, and I've spoken to him today as well, and I've spoken to his wife.
Yeah, and
to be honest,
telling
Honestly, Angie, to be honest, yeah, I know he has spoken to me and he has said things, but it's not my place right now to about the meeting and about him saying that Chelsea never went in that boy's bed. But the thing is, the thing that's Danny is it's dealt with, no further action, and I just feel like it's just it's the family is really struggling now, and it's breaking all of our hearts from an accusation. I've heard.
Also, Becky, this is where you're missing the point. We don't know if that was a false accusation.
Oh, it's not against you, Angie. I was just fuming over Rickster, the way he was spouting his mouth
I'm
off.
Danny's friend, right? So you're going to agree with, believe him, right? Just like if that was your family, you'd probably believe him, guys, okay? So let's not have a go at Becky for that. However, we don't know if that's a false accusation. Do you know what I mean? We don't know that.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering as well, because everybody knows so much. Obviously, SA, there's a big bracket. You know, you can get accused of it. Someone got called a peddler on here before. That's an accusation. Does that mean we can't trust that person?
I'm sorry, but any man that goes in a bed with a
have you got the proof of that?
We don't know whether that's true either. This is what I'm trying to say to everybody. Yeah, where's the evidence? Show this evidence. The only people would know this is the mother. Has she spoken on it? No. Where is this mother? Why?
Danny was friends with the mother. Danny,
why isn't this woman speaking on it? Why isn't she coming on live and speaking on it?
Why? The thing is, Angie, the thing is, Rickster runs around saying, well, there is evidence out there. Chester said it, such and such said it. That's not evidence. That's Chester falling out with EQ.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So how can they sit there and say, EQ's a peddler because Chester said it? I mean, I could go on live now and say, oh, well, Becky, you done this, you done that.
Exactly, babe. It's exactly the same situation. The exact same.
I'm obsessed with EQ, honestly.
But like I said, it's more Rickster.
Can I say one last thing before I leave? Angie.
After he wasn't included in the Channel 9 promotion.
Where's Angie gone? Guys, can you quickly give me a follow? 1,010,000.
Piss off, get me to 10,000 before I'm top though.
Guys, everyone follow me,
I'm busting he's not in here, to be honest.
Thanks, everyone.
Got the TV on.
The thing is, if Rickster has a problem with anybody, that's fine. Whatever. But just keep your mouth, just keep Danny out your mouth. I don't understand what people are trying to achieve. All he wants to do now is live his life with his family and try and move past these disgusting allegations.
We haven't actually mentioned any.
Rickster didn't have his name out of his mouth. That's why I wanted to come on.
Yeah, that's...
The thing is with Rickster, and I think he's more obsessed with taking EQ down rather than the actual thing that's supposed to have happened. Because if he was really concerned that this had happened, it's like he wouldn't be doing this. If he really wanted to protect the kids, then he'd be like going to the fucking police and getting it sorted out properly, or supporting the family and the mother that's been diagnosed with terminal cancer.
There's no outcome on here because at the end of the day, it was NFA, right? There's no outcome. There was a police case. It's been dropped. No one can go to the police about it. It's already been done. So no outcome.
I'm just adding fuel. Do you know what, darling? People are saying I'm adding fuel to fires and stuff like that. I'm not. I'm sticking up for an innocent man because everybody thinks they know him and was there. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's a big bracket. You could go out and touch someone's bottom in public and get accused of it and get arrested. And you
can't. I think people's problem here is the fact that it's what EQ is saying about children.
Yeah, but that's fine. If people have a problem with her, people should talk to her. You know, Danny's just trying to get on with his life and it's breaking everybody's heart. I don't understand why everyone's so arsed, if I'm honest. I really don't. Especially, I'm just livid with Rickster. I wanted him to... Becky Bora.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to be... I've been on the phone to his wife and stuff and she was devastated. They were just trying to...
Can I ask you a question? Can you not get Danny in the box?
Danny's not with me right now. Danny was on the phone to me. And if I'm honest with you, maybe one time when he's at my house, he will get in the box with me on here. But also, I think to myself, no one's going to believe a word he says anyway, because everyone's going to believe this kid.
Well, I'd like to hear his side.
So it's just hard. It's just sad. I just think people should just drop it. I just need to be involved. When I trust him with my children in a heartbeat. Honest to God. But you see what I mean? You can accuse anybody of anything. I think Rickster's been accused of a lot of things. But why isn't he getting all this hate? You know what I mean?
Why did he get any dishes down after? I didn't even have a bowl from your porridge this morning.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know who's this in the box. Let me just.
I'm not saying it's bad.
Who else is in the box?
If I'm honest, being, I was hoping that Dev would have been in there. He's the one I've got the issue with.
Who? Sorry, who did you say?
Oh, sorry, I was just talking to my partner. I said it's not anyone in this live that I've got a problem with. Everybody's saying, so you think the child's a liar, so it's basically... It's like, so you're saying a man's a liar?
Nasty little thing.
Becky kidney saving, oh, bore off, you don't even know what's happened.
Yeah, but this is people's problems because
Can I ask you a question, Becky, right?
Yeah, of course you can.
And I don't know if you know the answer to this. Right, the boy had a hickey on his neck.
Yeah.
Is there evidence that he actually had a hickey there?
No, and if I'm honest with you, I feel like that's evidence that they should provide, if you get me, because obviously they would have pictures of all this, wouldn't they? Oh no, they didn't, because it didn't happen.
But the police had some evidence to pull him in.
If you get accused of something, you get arrested. If there's no evidence, you get NFA'd.
Yeah, but NFA doesn't mean innocent. Doesn't mean guilty.
It doesn't mean guilty either, darling.
No, exactly. But what I'm saying is this is where people have got the thing because they don't know if he's innocent and they don't know if he's guilty.
But it's like I just don't understand why people.
Hey, Tom.
Wrong.
Hey, Anne. Can I just ask Becky?
Listen.
Becky, are you aware that people in the chat are saying that EQ did say that he was in bed with a 14-year-old?
Yeah,
That's not. I don't know, darling. I don't. It's nothing to do with that.
No,
what she
and
said.
the second point,
said the family.
The second point is if Danny doesn't want this all over a TikTok, then why put yourself in that fucking position in the first place?
What, being a
Why,
friend?
as an adult, would you put yourself in that type of position in the first place?
Well, I'm an adult. I'm an
Charlie,
adult.
can I just
and
correct Charlie?
he gets on with my children. Does that make me a
EQ
bad
would say
person?
that Danny and his
Exactly the
family
same
were in the
thing.
bed. EQ would say Danny and the family were in the bed and then watching a movie, and then Sam had come in, sat on the end, and then I don't know if that Sam had went back off the bed and they had fell asleep while in the bed as a family.
But what obviously mothers allow things to do is none of anyone's business apart from that mum. Do you know what I mean? It's
I just think Mr.
dealt
using
with.
that family just to go at people with. I think he's just, I don't think he's actually bothered about the kid himself. He's just more bothered about getting clout from it.
Who?
Rickster.
Oh, absolutely. Completely agree with you. That's why Angie listened to me the other day and I was dead nervous and I was on the FYP and I was dead cringing at me life when I saw it. But she's being sound and lovely and she saw both sides of the story. But when he comes on spouting his mouth like he knows Danny, like us, throwing these allegations round, no, it's not good. And I've got Jade ringing me, devastated.
That's his wife, right?
What?
That's his wife.
Yeah. Well, people are saying you weren't there, you don't have opinion. Well, neither was you, hon. Neither was anyone.
But this is what I was trying to say. As a parent, because it's NFA, it doesn't prove innocent, it doesn't prove guilt. And as a parent, it will make you more wary of that person.
I think Angie's right in what you're saying. There's not going to be any conclusion to all this unless the mother comes on and maybe has her say. Like, we're just like...
Oh, forget the mother.
Ifs and buts.
Forget the mother, because she was talking about a PayPal, that, you know, it's not I mean, and she was lying. You can tell she was lying about that.
Sure?
Oh, see, I'm no comment, but I'm just, yeah.
Becky.
It's a weird one, but everybody's going to have their opinions, especially when those allegations get thrown around. But no one's. I heard someone get called a peddler. No one's pointing fingers at them.
Becky, can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah, darling. Yeah, of course.
You just said to somebody in the comments about them not being there, so they don't know. But when someone asks you a question about Danny being in the bed and going to sleep, you said that you don't want to talk about it, but you said you've come up here to talk about it.
Yep. No, I came on to basically tell Rickster to pipe down, really, because it was devastating my friends. Do you know what I mean? And I just wanted them to be okay. It's not my place to disclose anything. Do you know what I mean? But there's two sides to the story. And it is what, like, there's nothing really we can do now.
From tomorrow, people need to stop talking about Danny, stop talking about this boy, stop talking about the mother, stop talking about the EQ situation, that Pedlo and all this kind of shit.
I agree. It's just heartbreaking. Like, just let the family be now. And if you got your opinion, that's fair enough.
Yeah. But just stop talking on it tomorrow.
Pardon?
I'm just saying people need to just, stop talking on it. That's it.
It was, to be honest with you, it was just the other fella that boiled my piss. I'm not going to lie to you, coming on like you knew him. I'm like, are you having a laugh? But someone said, why are you on here? Because someone's got to have his back, you know, and obviously it's me that chose to. He's just getting all this fired at him.
Becky, can I ask you a question quickly, please? Say, for example, would you allow me, okay, to sleep in to sleep in the bed with your child?
No, because you're a stranger.
Exactly, I'm a stranger. Let's say I was your daughter's friend's dad and they came round mine for a sleepover and you found out I slept in the same bed as she did. Would you be happy with that? No, you would come round and wring my neck. Okay, now take me out of the equation and put Danny in there. Because that's exactly what happened. Regardless of whether Danny did it,
Why was you there, hon? Was you there?
One sec, guys. Hungry guys.
So you're telling me he never slept in the same bed as Sam?
No, that's hearsay.
EQ said, why would EQ say that? It's her friend. Danny's her friend. Why would she say that then?
I see Danny virtually every day of my life.
Okay, then why
every
did
day of my
EQ say
life.
that? EQ is Danny's friend. She's sticking up for him. Why would she say he slept in the same bed as him if it didn't happen? Why would she say
one
that?
thing, Hungry guy, did that actually come out EQ's mouth?
Yes. EQ literally said it. They slept in the same bed together. Okay, now Becky, explain to me why Danny is sleeping in the same bed with a 14-year-old. That is a stranger. They're not family.
It's an allegation, hon.
So EQ's lying. Are you telling me EQ's lying?
I've not heard that coming out of her mouth. I
Okay, well now
even the person. You better ask her that. You know what I mean?
Even say this. Okay, now look, EQ said, I'm also piecing a story together.
Hungry guy as well, yeah? That is disgusting if that's the case, yeah? No adult should be sleeping with a child, yeah? That a strange a child they hardly know, right? Or just done it and that's not their own child, right? However, that mother is just as disgusting. I don't wish there were anyone.
Thank you, Angie. Thank you.
That mother
she was there all the time.
Much to blame. One sec, that mother is just to blame and is disgusting and vile for allowing that to happen.
You're absolutely right,
allowing an adult to sleep with her son.
You're absolutely right.
14 years
Now,
old.
if someone came and said to me, oh, here's my child, you can do whatever you want with him. If I chose to do it, am I going to say, oh, no, well, the mother let me do it. The mother let me do it, so it's okay. No. Me as an adult, okay, I've got my own brain. I've got my own noggin, okay? I know what is right and what is wrong, okay? And I know not to we can't just keep blaming the mother. Forget the mother. Danny is a grown adult. He did what he did. Okay, we can't go away from that, and I don't think he was lying.
One second, can I just intervene? It's both their fault, the mother and Danny. Because that mother...
I forgot that he was there, you say.
Can I just say, I still do not know any facts. I'm piecing.
Oh,
the
now
story.
you don't know any
Let me
facts,
speak,
you.
hungry guy. Be quiet.
Apparently they're
So
Chelsea.
I'm going off like what Leanne's come on and said. Danny has never, and Athena in the background can verify this. He will not even speak about this. I have not even got a full story from Danny. I don't know what's gone on still, really, myself. I'm just getting loads of things fired at me. Oh, he was in the bed, you know what I mean? It's just like...
EQ, why would you say it then?
Because I'm being told these things, love. And
You're being told by who? Who told you?
Danny did tell me that Jade and Sapphire and him were at Leanne's home. Jason, you're not listening. You want the answers, but you won't listen.
Take the hungry guy. Let him listen, please.
You were like, I'm not answering no more questions. It's on Danny. Leave it to Danny. Goodbye.
Oh,
Thank you. Now, Becky, do you see? Becky, do you see?
No, shut up, hungry guy. People you like listening to your own voice, guys. Me. When someone you ask it, the person that's there to answer the questions you all have, you won't even let her speak. You speak over her. Why do people keep doing that? It's
Because
annoying.
apparently he was there and she was there apparently in the room looking at it all.
Angie, did you not hear what she just said?
Yeah, but
She
hungry
said
guy,
more
you were
than enough.
speaking over EQ. I wanted to hear what EQ had to speak, say, not what you had to say.
You just heard her. She said, well, Jade and thingy, and then she stopped.
And she
because
stopped.
she realised what she
stopped
was
because
saying.
you were laughing. Stop doing it because it's really annoying that people talking over. Rixie did it earlier, talking over EQ, and I wanted to hear what EQ had to say. I know people have to hear their own voice, but stop doing it, man, because I want to hear what people have to say.
Okay, well, come back in the box then, EQ. Have your say. I'll stay mute.
You come back in the box.
We don't need her in the box, do we? Because Hungry Guy apparently was there and knows all the facts.
She'll not
So
come
you
back
just said the
in now.
same thing though, Becky. You're acting like you were there as well.
Exactly.
Hon, I'm just saying. NFA, name out the mouth. It's ruining the children's lives and Jade's life. It's devastating.
Innocent.
What about Sam's life?
Exactly.
Oh. And what,
What do
if
you mean,
Sam's lying? And what if Sam's lying, hon? Do you know what happened? What he was accused of? No, you don't.
What if Sam's telling the truth?
No, but Sam should have been safeguarded. And
Can I just say something? Yeah, if what happened has happened and the mother was aware of it, them sleeping together, then that's down to the mother. That's that mother's fault because that mother didn't safeguard her own child.
Exactly. And EQ said that the mother told EQ. Leanne told EQ.
Oh, EQ's story changes so much. It's like, yeah. But anyway, I said what I had to say. I'm going to drop.
Get too involved. People say, we're going to talk about that. You're like, no.
No,
You go, no, come on,
yeah, because I don't.
No, but you
I'm
say,
not
like,
talking on behalf of Danny.
I know, but you go like, I can't call it on that.
It's
So,
like
Becky,
I said, it's not my place.
You've just got to be careful what you're saying as well because you're like, well, like Angie said, we're never going to get to the truth of it. And we can't sit there and say the boy's lying, you know, and we can't say that Danny's lying at the same time. So, like, you can't sort of, like, start, you know, well, the boy, how do you know the boy's lying and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, it's hard to explain.
I understand, darling. I completely understand. The reason that I wanted to jump in the box was because of how ferocious and, like, crazy Rickster was being.
Can I ask you a question, Becky? What was Sam's motive? I think I asked you this yesterday. What was his motive for making up?
I've got no idea. Absolutely no idea. And I don't even think anybody knows, if I'm honest.
Becky, but your husband's there, which is his best friend, right? So would he not know?
My girlfriend, yeah. No, because like I said, when you get accused of that, there's just not really much going back from that, is there really?
It's really unlikely. It's really unlikely a child will make that up. Let's say a teenager will make that up for no reason.
The mother, Sam's mum is in the comments, Auntie. Sam's mum.
I'm just muting Eva Cassie, Angie. I don't think she realises she's in the box.
Who's that?
Eva Cassie.
No, like the lady said, it's always going to be a what if. People are going to have their opinions. All I wanted to do was come on and just say, look, it's done and dusted. Why are we still talking about him?
Yeah, people just step on tomorrow, stop talking about it and done.
You know, it's sad. What if it is just an allegation, a nasty allegation?
Yeah.
That sticks. Like, well, shit on a shoe.
Becky, I think the biggest for me is what was his what was his motive for making that up?
But that is the question for everyone who say stuff like that, isn't it? It's like people on here when they get accused of things.
Yeah, but you know what, Becky? You know what I find with you? No, I do. Don't take this the wrong way.
No.
I can take it the wrong way. But you know little about Danny, but yet you have you said you'll have your children around him.
I just don't disclose much on here because
if I have children, right, and someone's accused, I'd probably want to know everything about as to why they were accused, what was his motive, what happened, did they sleep in the same bed, did they not sleep in the same bed? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
because Becky, you have said that you haven't really spoke to Danny about the actual incident. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think you as a parent, like, you should be questioning him if he is around your kids. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know he's your mate and stuff, but
but I totally, completely understand where you're coming from, and like I said earlier, there is a lot I do know, but I'm not going to be obviously disclosing it because Danny is not here to give it. It's his story, not mine. I've literally come on because everybody is at his throat, and it's over and done with.
But I think Becky, what you have to understand, it is an over and done with, and you're putting yourself in the line of fire for this person who you can't categorically say wasn't in that bed or not.
And Leanne, Sam's mum has just written in the comments, Becky, you can't talk about Danny because you don't know what went on.
Is this Sam's mum?
Yeah, she's in the
Mum, is that
comments.
Leanne? Can you not get in this box and clear all this up? Because I'm telling you, you would do that, right? Because people are saying that your son slept in the same bed with Danny. Now, if I was a mother of a child that was being accused of all this kind of stuff, I'd probably be jumping into the box to clear it up. I mean, is that true or not? I can drop everybody and get her in if that's what she wishes. Or if she wants to put it in the comments. But that's the question. Did they share a bed?
I think she should be, because I think it'll just sort of put it into it as well. Like, you know what I mean?
Her opinion.
Yeah, no, and by the way, Leanne, I am sorry for what you're going through. I really am. I do. I've had, I've got cancer in my family, so yeah.
She could also be very unwell and in not being able to get in the box.
True.
But she is writing stuff in the comments.
If she can put it in the comments in that, I would appreciate that. Just to clear things up,
Yeah, she's under Leanne 123.
Oh, okay.
So I think as well.
In Leanne 123, did they share the same bed?
Because I think as well, if she's obviously going through this and she doesn't want it spoken about, I think Rickster should respect the family as well.
Both sides of it, both sides. It should respect both sides.
The boy just made the accusation up. It would be classed as no, we don't know whether that's true or not.
Danny's just texted me to tell you something. What did Danny say? Tell them I won't be answering any questions. All my questions were answered to the police, and I don't need to entertain TikTok, court, judge, and jury. Which I get, he doesn't, because it doesn't affect anybody. It doesn't affect anyone's life on here.
Yeah, and
nobody.
Yeah, because his solicitor would also tell him not to speak on it. Absolutely.
Well, yeah, if it was an ongoing case, but an NFA, he can say what he wants about it.
And what I'm saying is the solicitor would advise him, when he had a solicitor at the time, not to speak on it.
Oh, yeah, of course. Like I said, it just got me back up a little bit. Angie, you've been lovely and saw all sides of it, which is genuinely nice. But obviously, when they just believe what they want to believe without facts and stuff. But
yeah, I know about false accusations. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that's what it is. I just don't know, but I know.
You hear it on this all the time.
Because that's a really, for me, a big one. Because usually, with someone making a false accusation, they have a motive for making that. You know what I mean?
Becky, who is Danny's?
Has his mother replied in his comments to that?
I'm just looking now, and I don't think she has.
No, well, there you go. She's not even saying anything, is she? And
So that-
Out of respect,
can't-
out of respect for both parties, I think it should just be left.
But the thing is, though, right, and like a lot of people are saying, oh, like she's ill, which understandably she is. But like, why is she commenting in this live? And then obviously, when people are starting to ask her, then she's not like saying anything. Like, why comment in the first place? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, it's like I said, everybody's gonna have their opinions and their thingies. People are gonna judge and stuff like that. Also, you're questioning. He's just messaged me again. Also, you're questioning an NFA. I could literally go and get a job in the police, etc. I have a DBS check. There's no mud on my name. Only what TikTok armchair court want to say and speculate.
Yeah, well, it's funny how he can see what we're saying on TikTok when he isn't on TikTok. And two, he's not the only one. When Devon was NFA'd for grape, he was dragged over this app. And he's still...
That's pretty sad, isn't it? That people don't have anything better to do with their life.
Well, not really, but it involves kids and women. People are going to be opinionated.
Yeah, I know, but can't some things be kept quiet or private to the people that it actually involves? You know, these allegations, say for argument's sake, this allegation is completely false. Imagine having that on your name as a man.
It's true. Imagine putting Sam.
Awful.
Do you know what I mean?
The thing is, I think if I don't know how to say it, but I think if Sam wants to talk about it, then I think it should be up to him on the platform he chooses.
My two biggest questions are, and that's to his mother that doesn't want to talk on that, which I do find a little bit odd. I'm not going to lie, 'cause she had a lot to say before in the comments, is did they sleep in the same bed? And, you know, to Danny, what was his motive if he was to make it up?
But Danny's never going to know that, is he?
Well, he is. Do they argue? Why did he just suddenly go to the police station and accuse him? Do they have an argument before? Well, I mean, listen, even if he did do it, he's going to lie, so there's no point.
Exactly, Angie. That's what I'm saying. We're never going to get like the full thing. And I think Rickster needs to just stop using it as a thing to get clout and to try and drag EQ down if he wants to go for EQ. Like Angie was saying earlier, like Rickster's coming on saying, well, there is evidence out there. Chester said it. Like, since when was Chester any type of evidence in a SA case? Do you know what I mean? Like, I think if someone wants to talk about it, they should just talk about it.
And if there was evidence, it probably wouldn't have been NFA'd.
Oh, we keep going. You keep going. I'm not, but like the thing is, NFA is like you say, it's not innocent and it's not guilty. So we can't sit there and say, well, he got NFA'd, he's totally innocent. Do you know what I mean?
Well, to be honest with you, in that situation of such a brutal allegation, yeah, an NFA would really go quite far, I think.
But the thing is, well, Becky, like the thing is, there's like historical grape cases, historical SAs. It's really hard to get evidence. Not even on historical, like SA as a whole, even grape as a whole. Like that's really hard to like build evidence to get. Like that's why nobody really gets done. Like not as much as what they should do. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how to explain my words on model though.
That is very low.
Yeah, and that is sad. It is super sad. I'm not going to lie. If I was a mother and I thought that had happened to my child, you know, oh God, I don't even want to say what had happened.
Because Angie, I keep getting tagged. Like, did Danny run away or something, or like move away or something when he was getting accused of it? Because people are saying, why did he run away and just give his?
All I know, if I was that mum and there was an NFA, I'd be singing to the roof on the, on TikTok. I'd be telling everybody about it.
Mm-hmm.
She has not done that. She hasn't cleared anything up.
The thing is, he has come off this app. He's trying to get on with his life. You know. He's got the children. My children go on TikTok. The last thing I want to see is that. He's messaged a message to you, Angie. To Angie, you have to remember, I lived through all these allegations. Why should I have to come on to please TikTok people who bear no relevance in my life and bring my mental health down. Again, for what purpose? You can all speculate the story, but I was investigated by professional bodies, not TikTok Kanga.
Apparently that Leanne that was commenting, Angie wasn't his mum, even though what she was putting sounded like his mum.
What did you say, sorry?
No, it doesn't. No, it's fine.
And someone just said, why is Becky on? Becky's on because no one's got Danny's back. Everyone's just speculated that he's guilty.
But we were told Danny wasn't on the app anyway.
Oh, so it makes it okay to talk about someone that can't defend themselves? I don't think so. It's not nice.
No, I'm just saying that's like another thing that's come out that's not truthful.
His wife's got TikTok. Danny has got TikTok, but he doesn't go live or anything like that.
Becky, can I ask you a quick question? Do you mind asking Danny, why did Sam make up this lie about him?
Absolutely not.
kid
But not for you, because you apparently know more than I do. Definitely
Well, no,
not.
you're speaking to Danny, okay? Ask him, why did Sam make up this lie about him? What, like,
No,
why,
huh?
like, yeah, it doesn't, what brought Sam to make up this lie about Danny? What, did Danny do something, or does he have a vendetta against Danny, or?
We already asked her. She doesn't know.
Honest to God. He'd probably know because he apparently knows everything about it.
Becky, just listen to what I'm saying to you, okay? Don't stop diverting, okay? Ask Danny, why did he make up this lie about him? I know no child has ever made up any lies about me, and no child will ever make up a lie like that about me. So, but why Danny? Why?
Mate, you have got no relevance in mine and my life. I am not going to send that message to Danny. Absolutely not.
Why? Do you not want Danny to clear his name? Like, so surely
Absolutely
this
not,
will,
not
like,
to you,
clear
because
up a lot of
apparently you were
things.
there, hon. Apparently you were there and you saw everything. And
Who
you've
said I was there?
You've literally
I'm going on
found
by
him
what his
guilty
best friend
straight away.
said.
You don't see any other sides of stories, so you do not deserve that.
I'm going off based on what his best friend EQ said. Okay, I'm not making up random stuff out of my head. Okay, I'm going based off what his best friend has said on the app about Danny. Okay, so this energy that you've got, it's not with me. It should be with EQ. Okay, now if Danny really wants to clear his name, okay, just ask him, why did Sam make up this lie?
How does he know, hon? He isn't Sam.
Okay, so you're telling me, would the child ever make up a lie like that about you, Becky?
Pardon?
Would the child ever make up a lie like that about you?
How is that relevant?
It's very relevant.
No, it's not, hon, because it doesn't affect your life. It's got nothing to do with you. Or you saying that I should have a problem with Chelsea. Never have a problem with her in my life, and I never will.
But but she made up this lie about Danny, allegedly.
I'll ask her then.
Said that she's never really spoke to Danny about it. She was just going off what people were saying on TikTok.
No one said on TikTok that Danny slept in the same bed except
Chester
her.
did, I think.
No, they didn't. I swear to God, Wallahi al-Azim, I will pay you if you can find me a footage or anything that someone else besides EQ said that about Danny. Who else knows Danny on here?
I will.
And I really do think that
Sorry, I was just talking to my partner.
examination, there's got to be more.
No, Rickster said it apparently, because apparently Rickster knows all, hon.
Rickster said it.
Apparently Rickster said it.
Okay, tell Danny
Oh,
if
Chester
he...
did say it, Hungry Guy, because he said that EQ was in the bed with him as well. But
Yeah,
obviously EQ
not
wasn't
before
in there.
EQ said it.
I'm not telling Danny anything
Oh,
by
Chester
you.
said this
hon.
about a year and a
So
half ago, I think.
She
It was
said
a while
that
ago.
EQ slept in the same bed with a 14-year-old. They never said anything about Danny. The first person to bring up that Danny slept in a bed with Sam is EQ.
Oi.
Do you want to know what I personally think? I think EQ
No,
and
we
Danny
don't, to
slept
be
in that
honest.
same bed. And
Not
I think
remotely
EQ said it
interested.
to literally divert away from her and put all the blame on Danny. That's what I personally think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to sleep better tonight knowing that, hon.
Oh, well, I hope you sleep like a baby, Becky.
I will, darling.
Good for you.
Hi, Hayley.
Afternoon, Angela. I've just got one question, right? So Danny's not on the app, Sam's not on the app. So who are the people on this app trying to make accountable? I'm just really confused.
Danny and his partner are on the app.
Who's on the app, Beck?
Danny and his wife.
Oh, they're both on the app. Because
they're on the app.
Right.
Sorry, me partners.
No, that's fine. I was just a bit confused because people are talking, but I'm like, well, who are people trying to make accountable for this?
Like I said to that guy, that hungry guy, apparently.
Yes, you can see my name.
I can't actually find. I've got a crack in my screen.
Well, get a new phone.
That's what I mean. And like EQ saying me, but when I listen to people, why it sounds like people are this is between Danny and Sam, isn't it? And the way Rickster's talking is like EQ is Danny. That's where I'm a bit confused, Ange. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how can EQ be accountable for whatever actions Danny's done? I'm lost.
Do you want to know why, Hayley? Because EQ has gone round this app saying that Danny hasn't done this. She stuck up for him like there's no tomorrow. She threatened the mother who is ill. Okay, she literally threatened her on live, saying if you dare speak on this or anything like that, the thing is, like, I don't know why EQ does what EQ does, but to me, it's just all like it's just very odd.
I don't want you in here, Ralph.
Yeah, and I get that, but how can people? That's like Angie standing accountable for something Linz does or says, or like how are people making her accountable and what has she done to be made accountable for what Danny's actions are, whether that's true or not?
Because Chester put out a video, didn't he?
Yeah, which is crazy, isn't it? Like, who listens to Chester?
I've never even heard of him. See, I can't. People are asking me loads of questions about this Chester and Chelsea. Never spoken to them. I haven't got an opinion. You know, never had a problem with either one of them. Chelsea can hold her own and she's strong to be able to push through situations like this. But whereas Danny's not that kind of person. So no one is. Chelsea's going through her own stuff at the moment with all the shit that's being spoken about her. And it's just devastating when I'm getting phone calls off his wife and holding the kids and like being so sad that everybody's got this, but obviously Hungry Guy will know because apparently he was there.
Well, I stand with Sam.
Respectfully though, Bex, you can never, with an NFA, you can never say it's real or not. You don't know whether that's happened or not. So people can talk about that every day, can't they, till they're blue in the face, but no one will ever know because no one was ever there.
Yeah, of course.
And also, Becky, I can guarantee you not one person in this box or anyone here has been accused of doing such heinous acts by a child. Children don't just go around accusing adults of these things.
Well,
it doesn't make any
sense. The accusation was?
Sorry?
You don't know what the accusation was?
Well, apparently there was a love bite on his neck.
Hiya, I'm just going to go against what Ayla's just said, because she just said, to be fair, like, whatever, but, like, to be fair, Becky, like, you're here sticking up for Danny all the time.
Yeah, children do make things up, yes, they know that.
People get influenced by people as well, kids get influenced. You know, you can say to some children, do that, and they go, jump, and they say, how high, you know.
But you know what? No matter
if there was a little fight, that's evidence.
No matter how high my child jumped, I would always be there for him. Always.
Thank you, Kemi.
As would I, and as would Danny to his children.
I've got 3 children, and right, I've put in the comments numerous times, right, someone find and look back on the live, EQ's lives over the past few weeks. She actually said that Danny slept in the bed with Sam, and then she retracted her story last night. So can someone find that live, please? And that's all I'm going to say, and I'm
Penny, we've all seen it. We know it exists.
Yep.
We've all seen it.
Yeah.
She was admitted actually saying it, but she's saying something about how she was confused, but then she jumped out the box.
No, I'm sick of confusion. I'm sick of EQ saying she blames it on her ADHD. My son's got ADHD, but he would never come out with the shit that she comes out with. He's 19 years old, and I have a hell of a life with him. But all the bullshit she comes out with is absolute crap.
Are you alright?
I can't comment on that. It's nothing to do with me. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, I've never met her.
Well, drop out of the box then, because you're just talking on Danny all the time.
Sorry, because it's not your story, and I'm not going along with your narrative.
But to be fair, it's not your story either. You jumped in the box the other day. You didn't come with facts. You've jumped in the box again today, and you haven't come with no more facts. So why are you actually jumping in the box, Becky?
Hon, why are you in the box? You got him.
No, because I've just questioned you. So don't tell me why I've just jumped in box. I'm saying to you what everybody else is saying.
Because no one else is here to support the other side. Everybody is just speculating, and they have no idea.
Like, Becky, they're not going to jump in the box and support the other side because Danny hasn't supported himself. He hasn't said nothing.
And he doesn't have to, hon, because it's a private matter on TikTok.
No, I'm going to say it, Becky. You just keep jumping in the box saying Danny said this, Danny said that. Unless we hear it from Becky, Danny, sorry.
Yeah.
No one's gonna listen to you. That's just,
Can I ask you a question, Becky? I mean, if you know it, what evidence was provided? Do you know what evidence was provided to the police?
There was absolutely none. Clout chasing, are you having a laugh on this topic?
Apparently, who said, can I ask you a question, guys? Who said about the hickey on his neck? Who came out with that? Who said that he had a hickey on his neck?
EQ.
Rickster, wasn't it?
No, but that was EQ basically clarified it when Thingy said it.
So EQ clarified that, right?
Mm.
So he had a hickey.
I'm going off based on what EQ is saying.
I've never heard her say that. Sorry, just to put it out there, Ange. Like, I've never heard her say that. I've only heard Rickster say it.
Yeah, I don't know if I've not heard EQ say it. So EQ is saying it was Rickster. So the boy might not have had a hickey on his neck.
Did anyone hear EQ say, so who would come in and just give a guy a hickey on his neck and just basically do that to a child? You would do more than that if you were going to do that to a child, wouldn't you? Did she not say that?
Can't comment, hon.
Remember, so I can't.
She said that last night.
I think it was, answering Ricky. So you said that answering Ricky. Why would you not say Ricky's a liar? That never happened. Or why would you say...
Are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to EQ.
Oh, sorry, darling.
To be fair on the guy, she was more bothered about...
No, not be quiet, EQ. Okay,
No.
I'm literally going off based on what you're saying. You can't say things and expect people not to question it or speak on it. You're on a public platform.
To be honest, I know I probably annoyed you, Penny, by getting up here. But
No, you haven't annoyed me, babe. It's like... if you're gonna
a hickey to me is evidence.
No. I didn't even mention the hickey. I spoke about what you was talking about. So don't bring the hickey to me.
I wasn't bringing it to you. I was just telling you that would be evidence.
No. I weren't talking about evidence, Becky. For God's sake.
How to say, Becky, it wouldn't really be evidence because that could be from anybody. Right?
Yeah, certainly, but there'd still be photographs taken. If my son woke up one morning with something on his neck like that, I suspected one of them, I'd be taking photographs of it and taking it to the police.
Well, how do you know that Leanne didn't? And said it's
that's evidence, darling.
No,
That's
Becky.
evidence.
No, NFA means not enough evidence, Becky. I think you're really, really dropping yourself more in it here. So I think you need to be quiet because you're not helping Danny out one bit.
NFA could be no evidence as well.
I feel like I'm the only person right now. Everybody has got him strung up and quartered. It's
Ange, I do agree with what you're saying there. I don't think people heard you say it, but...
NFA means either lack of evidence or no evidence.
Mm.
So no further action was taken.
Needs investigating.
No, with an NFA, you can't say whether it's that someone's made it up or Danny didn't do it, there just wasn't enough evidence to prove him in a court trial that he would be found guilty of it because there was a lack of evidence. It doesn't mean that he hasn't done it, does it?
Oh, sorry.
Becky, do you think it's fair for Danny to allow you to come up here and get all this like grief and basically like get all this I don't know what, flack or whatever you call it? Yeah, like are you happy with like what your friend is allowing you, like putting you through? Are you happy?
I'm my own person. The only person that's bothered about me doing it really is my partner, because I get too passionate about things. At the end of the day, he's like family to me, and I just feel like in one video, I was just saying there's two sides to every story, and every single person is standing by one side.
But Dan is saying I don't need to come to proof to TikTok court and all of this.
Definitely not. No, definitely
then
not.
Why do you need to do it?
I'm not trying to prove anything. I'm just asking people to try and keep like what are you trying to achieve? What are you trying to achieve? What are you gonna get out of this situation? You're never gonna meet him. You know, none of your kids are gonna meet him.
Right, to be fair,
Becky, a lot of us have
that, all we're saying is you've made the situation worse because you've jumped up in the boxers and you've said all this stuff about Danny, and now you're making everybody question Danny even more. That's all
Exactly.
you're saying.
How come?
It's not having a dig at you.
No, I just answered the question.
No, you jumped up yesterday, you jumped up today, and I feel as though you've made this situation 100% worse for that man. And you're saying that you're supposed to be his friend.
It couldn't be any worse.
Wow. Yeah, it could.
It couldn't.
Yeah, it could.
Right now.
No, yeah, it could, because it's all over social media. So if it was private in the village or wherever you live, that's between the village. But now you've jumped up in the box and made it 100 times worse for that man.
How?
So tell me you've done no harm to him.
I'm just wondering how, hon.
I've just told you.
What, by coming on social media?
Well, because you can't, because you're trying to answer questions that people are asking, and then you're giving bits and bobs of the story. You've made it worse for the man.
But babe, it's nothing
Honestly,
to do with
can't you see
anybody
that?
on this app what the story is. I get messages off Danny to read out to you guys of what he wants to say. It's nothing to do with anybody on this app.
Right, well, you need to jump down out of the box then and stop talking about Danny, because honestly, you have made it worse for him, babe. Honestly.
How though? I just...
Right, I'm not going to repeat myself. That's it, I'm going on mute.
And Becky, if he's man enough to send you text messages to say on the app, then he can come on the app and say what he needs to say himself. Okay, stop being a pussy and running around sending...
I just want to know if they slept in the same bed.
That's what I'm saying, Becky. Ask him that. This is the $1 million question.
And what difference does it make for your life? What answer you get? No, not you, Angie. I'm talking about...
Hungry guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, do you know what difference it makes? Okay, with us as people, as human beings, okay, we like to protect children. Okay, all of us do. Okay, it's just in our nature. Okay,
Yeah,
so when we hear
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like this, okay, it's automatically, and TikTok is reality. It's almost as if like we know these people, we know each other, and like even though we're all strangers, but it feels like, yeah, like I know a lot about Angie, and I've never met her in her life. Okay, well, I know what I've seen on here, but like, do you get what I mean? Like TikTok,
100%.
people can't just say it's an app. It's an app. It's not really an app anymore.
Because, an adult sleeping with a child that's not their child, that's wrong. That's...
Sorry, I'm just reading some of the... All I wanted was to basically ask people to just try and let the man get on with his life, with his children and his wife. His poor wife and his kids are
Poor
also
Sam.
victims here.
I
Poor
agree
Sam.
with that, Bex, but I think in the same breath, if something did happen, then there is a child that is going to go the rest of his life living and knowing what happened to him.
But to be fair, Becky, you're a hypocrite. But if you want him to get on with his life, stop jumping in the boxes then, babe. Because you're just making it worse for him.
People have got the name in it, so why can't people just keep his name out the mouth?
Another question is, right, another very important question is because the mother hasn't really spoken on it, has she? Is like, if they were they sleeping in the same bed, did he wake up with a hickey on his neck? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Oh,
that is true, Ange.
She would be a witness, wouldn't she? As well. So well.
Exactly.
do you know what? Thanks, Andy. Thanks, guys. You see it from both sides of the situation.
I said, Becca, then you've got they're going to be questioning the mothers. Well, why would you let your child sleep with an adult?
Right, to be fair, Ange, I'm going to jump in.
That's the $1 million question, isn't it, though, Angie? Like, why, obviously, it doesn't give Danny the right to do what he did if he did do it, but why, as you as a parent, allowing someone to sleep in your bed, like your son's bed? That's mad.
No, that's wrong. How do you actually know that she knew that? So that's wrong saying that. You don't actually know.
Well, no, because if somebody, no, listen, if there was strangers in my house, right, like, I would be making sure that, well, one, I wouldn't have strangers sleeping in my house to start with, and two, if that was the case, I'd be going checking in on my child. So it is the mother's responsibility as a parent.
Absolutely. Totally agree with
No.
that.
No, what I'm saying, when everybody else is asleep, how do you know exactly what happened? You can't blame the mother.
Over a penny.
I was you overspoke me once again. Yeah. Now I've lost my thought. Yeah.
So you just said you can't blame the mother, but at the end of the day, you can't blame Danny either because nobody knows. Okay?
I think we should just change the subject because there's no resolution. No one should be talking.
No, this is what I mean. And like, it was only Rickster I had an issue with it the first time, and it was just like, but he's been accused of all sorts on the app, but no one's at his throat. Like, it's just heartbreaking, and I just wanted to see.
Can I say something that's really gonna, honestly, it's gonna really get people's backs up here? That and I say a big if, that child slept in the same bed as that boy, my opinion, and I won't get a lot of hate for this. Even though with what if he done something to that boy, absolutely Viola should be locked up for that if right. However, I would personally blame the mother more, for allowing it to happen. Yeah, and I say that, and I don't care what anyone says because you've allowed something to happen to your child.
Yeah, I agree.
You've allowed that boy to sleep with that adult, not knowing really much about him. Well, you might even know
Oh God. No.
Angie, can I propose another question?
Yeah.
Why would someone who is in their 30s or like mid-20s
He's not in his
or whatever,
30s.
well, mid-20s, he's an adult, okay? Why would he, number one, befriend underage kids on a gaming app? Okay, I get people play games, whatever. Okay, fine, play games. But why would you take that to the real life? Like, what would a grown-up and a child have in common for them to be meeting up in real life?
Hungry guy, you can't say that because, when I was growing up, we went out with, other people that we met and,
Get more facts that he's got wrong.
Yeah,
like,
she met
he
the mum.
befriended the mother. He was very, very good friends with the mum. Very, very good friends with the mum. Very good friends.
So
he had a good relationship with the mum. They were very good friends.
So the mother was in the gaming?
No, EQ was in the gaming.
No. She just said that he befriended the mother on the gaming.
The mother, hungry guy, the mother was in the background. So the mother knew what was going on.
He was very good friends with the mum. And obviously when you've got children, you integrate the children.
Yeah.
As far as I was aware, they met Sam first, like on the gaming app. They didn't meet the mother first.
When they went,
I think we should just drop it down.
you tell it, when they went to like Alton Towers or something, all the gaming.
Yeah, all the gaming community met up in, it was like Alton Towers or Blackpool or
I think we
something.
should drop it because there's no resolution to this, to be honest.
But all the parents were there with all the kids, but like
We're just going round in circles, aren't we, really?
I know. Like I said, guys, I'm not trying to cause arguments and stuff. I just wanted to put Jade and the kids, more importantly,
Don't out the mother, his wife's name. Yeah.
No, we know her wife's name.
Everybody knows.
I think that was my question, Ange, wasn't it? Like, who are people trying to make accountable for this? It's not EQ. EQ is obviously friends with him, but the actual crime that's been committed is between Danny and Sam. Like, EQ shouldn't be held accountable for that, essentially. And people.
That's the bottom line. There's no any substantial evidence.
Yeah.
For what, you know, for anything about EQ. There's no evidence. Well, you could say, well, Bradley said this, that person said that.
I'm a partner. My partner's just said something.
It doesn't matter about the person who said it. You can have 100 people saying the same thing. It's social media. People make things up.
My partner.
Oh.
And she has just said that when he got called into the police station, he said these allegations are very, very popular around here, around that area.
Becky, I would genuinely, I just wouldn't say anymore. On a level, I just wouldn't say anymore. Like,
you don't have to believe it, hon. I'm just saying.
That's wild to say.
I'm just saying what's being told to me. At the end of the day, everybody's here calling him fit to burn, every name under the sun, calling us all liars and stuff. I've literally just come on just to say it's being dealt with. What's it got to do with anybody? Because no one knows him. No one's ever going to see him. What are we trying to achieve? And that's why, obviously, I appreciated Angie yesterday, because she took both sides of the story.
Yeah.
I agree. There's no one to be held accountable, is there? I don't understand. You know, people are out with the pitchforks, but the pitchforks should be towards Danny, really, shouldn't they? I don't understand how the pitchforks are now turning to EQ. I don't get that, and I guess that's my question, because I don't get it.
No evidence in my eyes that EQ has done anything wrong for people to be calling her a pedo groomer. However, I do understand with what she comes out with in regards to children, where people might say it. But in regards to the Sam and Danny situation, no.
Yeah, like, I've got no comment about her. Like, you know, she's never done anything to me or my family, whatever. She sounds like an okay girl. So it's just, at the end of the day, I just wanted to try and put it to bed, and obviously I look like the bad guy.
No, you haven't. It's fine. It's fine.
I think, Becky, the subject was getting glossed over, and I just think you just brought more attention back to it, that's all. I just wanted to ask one other quick question.
Yeah.
You'd said earlier about Danny being on the app. Is Danny on the app?
Danny's never been off the app, apparently, but he's not active on it. Because obviously the amount of shit he got, which I get now as well, because I'm a terrible person, getting all sorts of bloody hate.
I don't think you're a terrible person at all. I think you're in here, obviously, trying to have your friends back out there. But I just think some things like this, it's just not worth it. I get where you're coming from, but when a child is involved, it's so close to people.
Oh God, I've got 3 children myself, darling. Like, I completely agree with you.
Angie, can I just say something? Because I'm just out and about at the minute. When this thing happened, obviously everybody's going to believe the child, okay? And I would 100% believe the child. But what happened was they were watching the series that was on a couple of years ago, which was Pretty Little Liars. Danny and Jade and one of their children were at the top of the bed. They had a child in between them. Sam came in and fell asleep on the bottom of the bed. Now, nobody knows what happened. So Rick's are bringing it up. Sam doesn't want to talk about it. His mother is ill and doesn't want to talk about it. Danny doesn't want to talk about it. And comparing the two, like to Devon, when Danny got arrested, his NFA was immediately Danny or Devon was brought to court and there was evidence given for like 6 hours or whatever amount of days that he was in. So Danny got NFA'd immediately. If there was further evidence, obviously the mother should have brought it, like about the love bites and about any other evidence that there was. She should have brought it back up, right? And I'm not blaming the mother or Sam or anything. I'm just giving the facts of what happened that night. So there was actually they weren't in the bed on their own. There was no, like, Danny wasn't in the bed with Sam on his own at all. Jade and his own child was in the bed.
Was you there, Manic?
No, but that's what I'm saying. That was the story that's been from day one, and it's never changed.
And that's the truth, Manic.
That's never changed. EQ has said it over and over and over, and it has never, ever, ever changed.
That is the truth. 100%.
So that's all that I came up to say, was that there wasn't just like Danny and Sam just jumped into the bed. Do you know what I mean? Like, there was a family and they were watching a series. Sam fell asleep. I have no idea what happened because I'm not there.
Can I ask you a question? How do you know EQ isn't just lying about what she's saying? I mean, maybe, I don't know. You know, EQ is like men, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I know, but obviously at this...
Any person that's going to know is Danny and Sam.
And respectfully though, Manic, it was Sam that went to Rickster, wasn't it? It was Sam that went to Rickster, and it was Sam and his mum that got heavily involved with Rickster and Corey when all of this came out. So respectfully, the mum didn't want any part of it now, but she was heavily involved in it when they had it. So while we can blame Rickster or Corey or whoever, it was Sam who initiated this conversation on the app.
Absolutely. But I just came up to like say that, like, it wasn't just like, oh, they went out and they had a night and Danny and Sam ended up in the same bed. So that's all that I came up to say.
But thank you for doing that.
I'm just going to drop out. And listen,
thank you.
I wasn't there and I don't know what happened. But I don't realise, I cannot understand how EQ is getting the blame. So if my neighbour went out and ran over somebody on the road, just let's say, and I'm not reading the comments either, like, and I went out to help, like, somebody, right, and I know it's no comparison, don't get me wrong, child SA is no comparison of what I'm saying. If I went out to help somebody and they didn't make it, is it my fault that they didn't make it because somebody else ran them over? Do you know what I mean?
Manic?
Like, yeah.
Let's just ask a question, love.
Yes, sweetheart.
I do like you, but you came in here a few weeks back after what EQ said, and you said to Angie, I will never ever support that woman again. What she said is disgusting.
Can I explain that
what's
situation?
What's made you change your mind?
Can I explain that situation?
I'd like to hear it.
Okay, well then, here you go. I was not in EQ's lives. I stuck to my words. I messaged EQ. I messaged EQ Minx, and then EQ apologized for bringing out the baby clothes and the bye bye baby.
Oh, so that's fine.
I took EQ's apology. Okay, I was not, and I was
you're
not
the woman I thought you was.
What do you mean?
Well, you always say women's rights and all this, that and the other, and then you've just gone back on everything you came in here and said. It's just crazy.
No, I don't think so.
It blows my bloody mind. Anyway, I'm off.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Everybody accepts apologies on this. So if you're after having a row with somebody and you call them out for it and they apologise, you're not going to take their apology?
Manic, I do love you and you know I love you, right? But I do remember Angie came to in EQ and you were
gonna
Yeah,
laugh.
I was going mad.
You were
Yes.
slating Angie in the comments.
I was going mad. I was going mad with EQ, and I did message her, and I messaged EQ Minx, and I did say exactly what I was saying on Angie's live to both of them, and then I got an apology off EQ personally.
I'm going to say thanks for letting me up. I'll let other people up.
Yeah,
in the
I'm
back.
going to drop
I
down
hope
now.
you're
at the
okay.
school
Please,
run,
let me
so
can I just ask you one question before you go? I just think it was really unfair about you bringing Devon into this, Devon's NDA, you know, saying Danny got it quicker. I think an NDA is an NDA, isn't it? I just think.
I'm just saying the comparison was that Danny had never had a court case and had never been on trial. That's the difference. People are saying, oh, an NFA. Each NFA can be
Sorry,
different.
NFA.
You can be brought in, you can be kept for 3 days on some NFAs. You can be brought in and it can be, it can be like 10 hours. It can be 12 hours. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, I have to drop. I have to go to the school. So I'm going to drop. But yeah, it's a messy situation. But I don't know how they're going to resolve it. And I send in love to Leanne. But I don't know how they're all going to resolve it. So that's all that I'm just going to say. And you've been looking great the past few days as well. And Lynn's, don't mind him going at you. We all got your back in here with Rickster. Don't worry about him. Right, I'm going to drop.
Bye, love. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
But no one's going to like that because obviously she's got the same opinion, like an alternative opinion.
What the hell am I listening here? Can I change the subject slightly?
I don't care. I was pissed off and I said I'll look for everyone, including your grandkid, because I was angry. My bad. My wrong. Shouldn't have said it. Should have watched more carefully the words that came out of my mouth. I apologized. I apologize again. Well, that was like fucking a month and a half, 2 months ago. Don't try to make it a story. I apologize then. I know.
No matter what's happened. Thank you, Jackie, for the giraffe. With me, right, guys, right? I give, but you don't forget. Do you know what I mean? But I do appreciate that apology because at the time, you know, when people do use my granddaughter against me, it's obviously they do it because it's my weakness. But I'd just like to, like I say, we'll be friends. No, will we ever speak? No, but I do appreciate an apology. Yeah, sorry goes so long.
Yeah. Who else wants the box, guys? Anybody else? Cloud Beer.
I'll go in a minute, guys, because obviously we're never going to resolve this. Obviously, everyone's going to have their own opinions. I just wanted to try and say there are two sides to every story, and it's nothing to do with anybody on social media, is it? It's something that...
Sorry, Becky. I just want to say, Devon never went to court, so Manic don't know what she's talking about. She wants to put the bottle down and shut her fucking mouth because Devon never went to court. So she shouldn't be talking on something that she knows fuck all about.
Yeah, that's what I come in here to say. Devon didn't go to court and Danny went on the run.
Neither did Danny.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about Danny. I don't know if he went to court, if he was arrested. I know nothing about that. That's why I don't speak on it. But I'm saying now, here and now, because Devon went live and said it. He never went to court. It never went to court. There was no guilty, not guilty. There was nothing like that.
I think the issue is Manic was using it as like she almost was weaponising it, you know. Oh, Devon went.
Yeah, because that's what people do. That's what they do.
Yeah, she's come up here and she's lied about Devon. Devon never went to court at all. He's openly admitted that yes, he was arrested, he got NFA'd, and that was the end of it. So why is she coming here spouting a load of lies?
Another person that's been accused and stuff.
Yeah. Guys, I'm sorry for saying NDA. I got my words wrong. I meant NFA. Sorry.
And just to let you all know, Danny didn't go on the run.
I don't know why people are sat discussing like traumas and things. It's crazy. Anyway, I just wanted to come up and say that because Manic chat's absolute shit. She's a clout chaser.
Right, guys, I'm going to end this now. I'm going to come off. I need a break. I'm knackered.
Oh yeah, so am I. I'm like the devil at the moment, but like I said, I just wanted to
See you later.
just to put his. I don't know, just keep his name out mouths. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But thanks, Angie, anyway, for having me.
Thanks, Becky, for joining. Thank you, everybody, and I'll speak to you later when I come back on.
See you later, Ange.
Bye, darling.